So, I've had this thing for just about exactly 24 hours. Alright, and I've got to say, it's all that in a bag of chips. It's. It's a little. It's different than the Series 2 Elite in a couple of different ways. Namely, the Series 2 Elite just feels. I don't know. The sticks feel smoother, snappier. I don't know if this one's just more broken in. Well, clearly this one's more broken in because this thing doesn't work, right? But I don't know. This one, it's really nice. I enjoy the extra button up here, because I notice that my left hand typically sits more like this, whereas my right hand sits more like this. I don't know. It's probably just my play style. Couple other key differences is that this thing has a lot less customization options than this one. So I think that also has to do with why it feels so stiff. I mean, it just has a lot less customization. I mean, you only get well, I don't even know. Let me take a look, actually. Also, you have to get a whole app on here to set it up. So that's kind of silly. But you see what I mean? So let's just go into here. Let's try and edit it. Let's go to the thumbstick settings. So this is like the amount of customization that it has. There's like 4 options, like 1, 2, 3, 4. You see what I mean? Whereas on the Elite Series 2, you could fucking sit here for 2 days straight figuring out like exactly how it feels good to you. You know what I mean? Also, this thing came with physically a lot less options of this thing as well. I mean, you can remove pretty much everything on this. You can't really remove anything on this. It's still a fucking fantastic controller, though, purely because it comes with a little dongle that attaches into the Xbox itself. So there's no lag, there's no questioning, like, didn't I press that button? Like, you swear you pressed it, and you did press it, it's just not registering. There's none of that with this thing. The paddles on the back are small, they're more so little buttons. I do enjoy it, I kind of wish that the jewel, I think that's what it's called, glowed instead of the Razer. But the Razer glowing and the Razer having the RGB, that's pretty cool. I have charged it once I took it out of the box so that it could connect to the Xbox, but I haven't had to charge it yet. So I'm curious to see what the battery. Okay, so I'm seeing right there. It says low in the corner. But interestingly enough, if I exit this, right, exit the app, it says it doesn't know what the battery life is at. So that's kind of annoying, because with the Elite Series 2, it just shows you exactly where it's at. So I don't know what it is with certain controllers not being able to read the battery, and sometimes they don't even tell me when the battery's low, they just fucking die, I thought it's supposed to pop up with a little user interface thing on the screen saying, hey, battery's low. Sometimes it doesn't do that. I think it's my Xbox is a little fucked up. But overall, really nice fucking controller. I enjoy it. Is it worth $200 fucking dollars? I don't think so. Purely because you cannot customize it as much as you can customize this. I mean, this thing, it at least feels durable. You can remove things, you got all these little switches back here for the trigger locks, And this one does have trigger locks as well, but it doesn't really feel like they do anything, to be honest. Like, I've swapped them around, I've tried to leave it in the middle. It's only 1 or 2, which is a little bit silly. This one has 3. I typically keep mine on the middle, as you can see there. This was when I was fucking with, this is when I wasn't. So I typically keep mine on the middle just because that, I don't know, it feels nice. You still get a nice trigger pull feeling. Like, that's just horrible, you know? Middle is like a good balance of it shoots faster in-game and you can feel it. This one, that's just a bit cringe, you know? Like, who you trying to impress, dude? Right? Type shit. But I gotta say, I still prefer this one a little bit more. I wish that it wasn't made out of complete garbage. However, I do enjoy the extra buttons on here. I've already binded them to RB, so I'm assuming when RB inevitably breaks on this thing, I should, in theory, be able to use this as well. But it's still really nice. I'd say it should probably be lowered to, like, the price of the Victrix Pro BFG, you know? Somewhere around 150 to 170. Because this thing still just feels like the champ to me, you know? Like, I've had a couple of these. It's fantastic. Like, I really, really enjoy the Elite Series 2. This thing's very nice purely because of the absolutely zero fucking lag, like I was saying before, but I still prefer this one. And I was gonna try and, I don't know, when I went to Radio Shack or whatever the fuck you call it, I saw that there was a Victrix Pro BFG, you know, and I was like, maybe I should give it a try, it's cheaper, you know, but I was like, I already gave it a try and they fucked me over, so I'm just gonna go with these ones, you know, and it is really fucking nice. It's really nice. I feel like it's physically smaller. And now that I think about it, another really weird difference, I don't know what it is, it could be nothing. I feel like it's easier to hit headshots with this thing. I don't know why or what it is, but I definitely notice I'm getting a lot more critical hits. I'm killing people a lot faster. And, like, I'm not changing my playstyle at all, you know? I'm not changing my playstyle between how I use this to how I use this. It's the exact same. It just feels like this thing might have some sort of inbuilt... You know what I mean? I don't know. I could just be imagining it. But I swear I'm hitting more headshots using this thing than I do using this, a standard controller, or the Victrix Pro BFG, you know? So it's like, I don't know what that's about, but it's not a bad thing, it's just interesting, you know? But yeah, real nice controller. Not worth $200, but real fucking nice, you know? Now let's see how long it takes with a consistent daily use before it breaks.